everyone, it's Mike here. I'm back on historic Route 66, and we're exploring a area which I drove past on my last trip down Route 66, and I was a little tired. I didn't want to stop, but I figured I'd go back, and here I am. So this spot was actually a roadhouse that was built in the 1920s. Supposedly, Al Capone would drive out here because they had alcohol and they had gambling during Prohibition. Unfortunately, it burned down in 2010, but there are still signs of it here on Historic Route 6, and I'm going to show you those today. So join me if you'd like to. So according to the sign I just read, not only were current governors and state senators coming out here, there also were, obviously Al Capone and his brother Ralph, which we've never heard of. I've never heard of Ralph Capone until just now, actually. He must be the not-so-famous brother. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, they would come out here, as well as Gene Kelly, Tom Mix, who was a cowboy heartthrob, according to the sign, on the way to Chicago. Who knew in the middle of nowhere on Route 66 that these famous people stop in from traveling from Los Angeles to Chicago just to have a bite to eat? It's a shame, though, that the place is no longer here, though. It'd be kind of cool to see, because the sign was also saying that it was built by using two buildings put together to form the roadhouse. Now, from what I gather from reading online, the trolley diner, which still survives, was actually down this way. It was used for storage by the restaurant and occasional parties and that kind of thing as well. And thankfully, that actually survived the fire. It was filled with combustibles to burn as well, but thankfully that did not burn. And there are some pictures online which I'll show you here of the trolley actually being used, but thankfully, like I said, it never burned. It actually still survives, and you can actually see it at the 2-cell jail. So like I said, the Riviera restaurant burned down in 2010, and what remains of the restaurant is the trolley car as well as the sign from the restaurant. Now, the trolley car was built in the early 1900s. It was a horse-drawn trolley car that was converted later into a restaurant. And the family who owned the restaurant at the time, the Kraft family, they actually donated it to the city of Gardner, Illinois, which put on display next to the 2-cell jailhouse. So now everyone on Route 66 can visit the Riviera restaurant. So let's go take a look at what remains of the Riviera restaurant. Alright, so here is the Riviera restaurant, or remains of it, I should say. It's a trolley car. And like I said, it was used for storage and other events, as well as an actual diner at one time. And we can see in the window here, sorry about the reflection, but you can see definitely there's a counter, as well as somebody still serving some kind of breakfast, looks like. Now, the pictures I saw, I did have that chef in the picture. Now, if I understand, the windows were actually replaced on this at one point when they moved it. So they're not the actual windows from the diner. And looks like that table has a jukebox on it. That's pretty cool. And let's see if we can go inside. I doubt it. It's probably locked. Yeah, there's no. Oh, that's it. It's about as far as it opens. You can see some stuff on the walls in there, which is kind of cool. Some Boy Scout stuff, looks like. It'd be kind of neat if we can go inside, but unfortunately we can't. And so not only does the diner itself remain from the restaurant, but as well as the sign. This sign obviously says it's for a beer called Schlitz. It says 1849, but on the other side, unfortunately the sun's a little brighter on that side, so it may not get a good shot. We'll give it a shot anyways. So this is a sign that drivers would see driving along Route 6. It's the Riviera restaurant with Betty Boop on there. Nothing like Betty Boop and Route 66 going together. And there's also another sign over here too. It does tell, from the city of Gardner, in appreciation to the Kraft family for donating the building, as well as the sign. Because, you know, parts of Route 66 do need to be saved, and it's pretty cool that the family donated it as opposed to just tearing it down. So I'd like to thank you for joining me on this little Route 66 adventure. I've been wanting to go to that Riviera restaurant, if I read about it, and it's kind of cool to go see. Unfortunately, like I said, it's gone, but not forgotten. And that's the nice thing about Route 66, that stuff may disappear over time, but the memories still live on. So once again, thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like to, turn on the notification bell too. We do post videos once in a while, not as often as I like, but as I can. And so the notification bell will let you know that, hey, there's a new video out there. Until next time though, I'll see you later on down the road.